Laws and rules. For kids, have you ever wondered what life would be like if there were no rules or laws?
Uh-huh.
Today, we are going to talk about both laws and rules and discuss why they are so important. Picture this. You want to play a game with a friend. You choose the game, read the rules, and start to play. And then, partway through the game, your friend says that they want to change the rules of the game. How would that make you feel? Would the game still be fun to play? Why do you think that the rules of a game might be important? Laws and rules tell you what you can and cannot do. They are used in every community to keep people safe, help everyone get along, and keep things as fair as possible. Even though laws and rules have some similarities, they're also different and serve different purposes. A law is created by the government and publicly enforced, meaning that, depending on where you live, there are laws of the land that you must follow or there will be consequences. For example, if you break a law about littering, the consequence might be a fine, and it could also cause pollution in the environment. A rule is related to a behavior that should be followed in certain places or situations. Like laws, rules also have consequences if they are broken. For example, if there is a rule in your house that you cannot throw balls inside, and you break that rule, a consequence might be a broken lamp or a window. Here are a few more differences between rules and laws. As you can see, rules are used by smaller groups, like families, schools, teams, sports, board games, organizations, clubs, and businesses. Laws, on the other hand, are used in communities, cities, states, countries of all sizes, and are made by local, state, and federal governments. Rules are enforced by the groups who use them, people like parents, teachers, principals, coaches, and bosses. Laws are enforced by people who work for the government, like police officers and judges. Individuals or groups of people usually make rules for different places and situations, like parents in a family or teachers in a classroom. Laws, on the other hand, must be voted on by people elected for government office or by people who vote. One of the main differences between rules and laws is the difference in consequences or effects from breaking them. Breaking a rule is typically not as serious as breaking a law. You may have to sit out of a sports game or be grounded from an electronic device. Or maybe if you are at school, you would have to go to detention or miss recess. On the other hand, when laws are broken, the consequences are usually more severe. You might have to pay a fine, or go to court, do community service, or even serve jail time. Let's see if you can tell the difference between laws and rules. After each sentence, think in your mind whether you think it is a law or a rule. In 3, 2, 1. No running in the hall. Rule. You have to be at least 18 years old to vote. Law. Everyone riding in a car needs to wear a seatbelt. Law. 3 strikes and you are out. Rule. No stealing. Law. Be home before dark. Rule. No loud talking during a movie. Rule. No teasing other people. Rule. Do not cause harm to others. Law. Wow, you are all great at this. There may be times when you decide to not follow a law or a rule. Everyone makes mistakes, and you do not have to be perfect. However, it is important to try your best to follow the rules and laws at home, school, and in your community. And if you break them, be prepared to accept the consequences and be strong and brave enough to say you are sorry. For example, if you tease someone, the consequence could be hurt feelings, a loss of friendships, or getting into trouble. Or if you steal something, the consequences could be the store losing money, prices going up, workers losing their jobs, or the store closing. Remember, practice makes progress. Sometimes you might discover that some rules are different depending on what family you belong to or where you live. You might have permission to play video games while your friend does not. You might notice that sometimes different teachers or coaches may have different rules too. Laws are not as flexible, though they may be different depending on where you live. For instance, in the United States, the legal voting age is 18. But if you live in Singapore, the voting age is 21. If you have a friend or family member who lives in another place, it could be fun to compare and contrast the laws where you live. So, the next time you are waiting at a crosswalk for the light to turn green, remember that the purpose of rules and laws is to keep us safe and help us to be respectful of each other. And the more you practice, the easier it will be.
Hope you had fun learning with us. Visit us at learnbright.org for thousands of free resources and turnkey solutions for teachers and homeschoolers.